Hello everyone. So now this is the time for a class project where I'll be showing you guys by creating loop in JavaScript. Okay. So now let's see what are the steps we need to follow to create a loop in JavaScript. So over here, as you guys can see, the name of the class project is creating loop in JavaScript. Okay. So over here, now I do have a description and an outcome which you guys can refer for yourself. But for me, I will directly go on to the steps, what all we need to follow. Step 1, create your JavaScript file and connect it with your HTML file. Step 2, make your variable. Step 3, mention the loop you want to work with. It can be a for loop or a while loop. Step 4, mention the condition of your loop. Step 5, use console.log to print in your console. And the last step, which is step number 6, is you need to save the file and make sure to upload it in our project panel. So now let me go to my file or in VS Code and let's see how it actually works. So over here on my screen, as you guys can see, now I already do have my HTML file. And also I do have created this particular JS file. If you do want to create new, you guys can come here, click on new file and make sure to type the name. And at last you can just put .js and it will turn into a JavaScript file. Okay, so I'm just doing it on the existing file in which we worked on. And from here, now we're gonna learn about loops. And over here, I'll be showing you guys by using the for loop or the while loop, let's say. And for that, the first thing what you need to do is you need to create an array. Okay. So for that now, let's type var and I will name this one as class project, or let me just type class pro equal to, now let's open out the square bracket from here. And now let me just type few numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let me just type this one out. Let's click on enter and over here now let's say let's a equal to 0. Okay, so here I do have created my variable and I have also created a variable over here which where I have told that a is equal to 0. So let me just put on the colon over here. Let me just put on the colon over here as well. And now once I've mentioned that one over here, let me just mention that what kind of loop I want to use. So I will just type while. Okay, so I will just type while. I will give up a space and now let's open up my parenthesis. Okay, so over here I will open parenthesis and after opening the parenthesis I'm going to write out the condition. Okay, so as the value of a is 0, I have put this one in the while loop and here you guys are able to see that the length of the array named as class pro is actually 4. Okay, as I do have 5 elements over here, the length is basically 4 in index number. So what I can do is I can come here and from here now I can just put out a function like if a is less than 4 and over here now I will just type otherwise a is less than the class pro dot length. Okay, so over here I will just use this particular length function. So here basically my condition here is till the time the value of a is less than the length of this class pro variable, till the time it will keep on looping. Okay, so over here let's open out the square bracket. And after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here, and from here now I want to print it inside a console, right? So I will just type console, or let's come down, let's click on enter, or let me just come here and let's type console dot log. And over here, I want to mention that what I basically want to print inside my console. So inside my console, first thing first, I want to print out my variable, which is class pro. And inside the class pro variable, I also want to print the a variable specifically. So I'll just put out the square bracket and I will just put a inside that. Okay. So over here, I want to print this thing. And now again, let's click on enter. And every time this is getting looped, I want to add 1 to it. Okay, so for that, I can just write out the variable, and also I can just put 2 plus, which means plus 1. Okay, so I can basically do that right over here. And you guys can see my loop is ready for execution. Okay, so if I just want to come here, and if I just click on Control S to save it, I can come here and I can use Control S to save it. So over here, you guys can just put out the semicolon. So over here, you guys can basically put out the semicolon as well. And if you do want to check this one in the live server, here you guys can see all the variables or all the elements inside this particular variable or inside this particular array is being printed over here in my console individually. Okay, so here you guys can see 1 2 3 4 5, and after that it do have stopped over here. Okay, so that's how it basically works. But over here, if I just come and let's say if I just put the value 12 and Control S, here you guys will not be able to see anything because there is nothing to show, because at first only it is not being executed. Okay, so over here now I can just put 1, or let's say if I do want to print only the 3 elements, then I can just give out the command accordingly, like I want to just put number 3 and stuff over here, and basically it will kind of work like that. So yeah, I hope this class was clear and you guys do have understood about the while loop. And once this is done, click on Control S, make sure to save your file. Okay, so just click over here, go to save as, and save it inside your system. Okay, wherever you do want to save it, wherever it's good for you, and make sure to upload this file into our project panel that we can check those out and get back to you guys. So take care everyone, and see you all in any other chapter. Take care everyone.